Field of Fear field pass is out. Let's take a look. Let's go. All right. If you haven't yet, let's go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for the support. Let's take a look. Field pass. We got Derrick Henry Marvel with some really, really good stats. But as you'll find in a minute, the Marvel players are really hard to get unless you pay to win. And I don't pay, so or at least not very much. So I'll look at the Marvel players, but those are honestly not something that I try to go for. Aaron Donald, possibly, because you'll see in a minute, that's a training player. So we got Bruce Matthews. He's offensive guard. He's got some good stats if you look. He's got pretty good speed, good strength. So for an offensive line player, that's obviously good. Parsons, we're going to look at more in detail. It is really painful for me as a Cowboys fan to see Micah in a different uniform. And if you're a Cowboys hater, it's okay. I understand. But we can still get along. Hit power is something that is what I look at for a lot of my defensive players. He has got 134 hit power. That is really high, especially for a linebacker. So we're going to look at that here in a second. So if you look, they also got Jaden Daniels, which is a quarterback. He's a second-year player for the Washington Commanders. Really good stats. Mental is something that I look at a lot stronger for the quarterbacks because that contributes to interceptions or no interceptions. Devin Hester, kick returner, also really good if you need special teams help. Kick returner is where I would go first because they get a lot of opportunities. So this is Field of Fear, real exciting. This is one of my favorite Field Pass monthly events, along with the most feared. Halloween promos the past few years have not been as good as in the past, but I still really like it as far as that. So let's look under the Field of Fear, and then you got the objectives. So these are your mythics. We just looked at that here a second ago. And if you look at the Derrick Henry, the reason why I say this is out of my range is you have to turn in 6 seasonal iconics. That means you have to build an iconic, and then you have to get 6 of them. Now, a regular iconic at this stage is going to upgrade my team. So that means that I would have to literally get 3 of the iconics that are available to upgrade my team before I would even look at turning in 6. So if you're here to pay, go for it. If not, I would honestly upgrade your team with iconics and mythics and not worry about the Marvel players. With the exception of the special teams player right here, that's Aaron Donald, that's mythic. That's your training player. So don't forget, training levels reset today. The points carry over. So especially like if you're in league versus league, you want to make sure to use those training points, upgrade your team right away. Don't get caught because when the LVL starts, you might not be able to do that. So looking at Journey, Micah Parsons is our player right here. And so the iconic version of him you get at the first gate, if you will, a threshold. And that looks like that is at 3617. So, and then the next one you see that 3848. So yes, those levels are attainable if you are, like I said, like me, not pay to play. You just got to grind. You got to keep going. That's the second one right there. So the top 10,000 K2, I think in another video I said 15. That was last year. 10,000. That's at 4,184 power or overall. And so might be kind of high for a lot of us, but we'll just keep grinding and see what happens. So exciting whenever you look at certain other players, like if you look at Parsons and you look at the hit power, 134 hit power. You should always look at speed and strength, but hit power for defense is real important. Let's compare the mythic Parsons to my best linebacker. I just got Derek Brooks, the linebacker, in the last promo. And if you look at his stats as far as the hit power, I think that's under run stop. Yeah, there you go, 120. whereas the Mythic Parsons is 134, and he's faster and stronger than Derek Brooks. So my best linebacker right now that I just literally got in the last promo, Mythic Parsons is already blows him away. So that's definitely something I'm going to get. The Journey player is definitely the easiest one if you play regularly to get in the Mythic version. Now, looking at the Field Pass, here are the different milestones that you get. One thing I don't like about what EA does is they hide one mythic behind the paywall of the Field Pass. If you keep scrolling, you'll see that Bruce Matthews right there, the iconic Bruce Matthews. You have to pay the $30 Field Pass to get, which obviously if you want to do, go for it. I'm not against that if that's what you want to do. But then if you come down and you look at the Mythic, you need 2 Iconics. So you're like, okay, well, I'll just build 2 Iconics. I don't need to get the one to the Field Pass. Well, no, EA already thought of that. And if you look over here, you can only build 1. So Bruce Matthews is the one that's behind the paywall. So if you wanted to get a Mythic version of him, you just have to pay at least the $30. So anyway, but overall, Field of Fear, very exciting, looks good. Thank you for all the love and support on this channel. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Thanks.